my teammates Ishan, Likin, Harleen, and Ashirwad will discuss different corporate actions of a company named Reliance Power. I will tell you about a corporate action which names share buyback. I'll also delve this whether Reliance Power has engaged this practice and explore the reasons behind such decisions. A share buyback is also known as repurchase of stock. It occurs when a company purchases in its own stocks by from the market. This reduces the number of outstanding shares and potentially boosts the value of remaining shares. Companies undertake share buybacks for various reasons. They might believe their stock is undervalued, and buying back shares can signal confidence to investors. It can also be a way to return excess cash to shareholders and manage capital structures. There could be several reasons why companies Reliance Power has not engaged in a share buyback. Here you can see in 2019 company is in loss minus 2952 crores, and in year 2020 company's loss was 4077 crore. There could be several reasons why companies Reliance Power has not engaged in a share buyback. Here is the reason that's why a company cannot buy back share buy back its share because if company is not making any profit, then company is also not interested to buy back their shares. In conclusion, share buybacks are a strategic financial move that company make for various reasons. While Reliance Power has not conducted any share buyback recently, because you had seen that company has very high losses in previous years.
So my name is Ishan Ghosh, and our group number is 1, and we have been allocated with the company Reliance Power, and I'm going to tell you about the FPO. So basically FPO stands for follow on public offering. So it means that the company, after it has issued the IPO and when it is traded in the stock exchange, so this FPO comes after this when the company needs more fund and it share more of its equity, so that company could expand, and they could use that for paying debt or making acquisition or investing in research and development. And FPOs are a way for companies to raise additional capital by selling more of their equity shares to the investors. So I'd like to tell more about the FPO. FPOs are typically managed by investment bankers or the underwriters, so that they can offer a proper price in the market, so that they could sell more and more of their equity to raise the funds. And the offering price can be determined through negotiation between the company and the underwriter or based on the market conditions. Overall, FPO provide companies with a way to access additional capital from the public market. Now, I would like to tell you a little bit about Reliance Power. Reliance Power is a part of Reliance Group, which is a very renowned group in India as well as in worldwide, and it is one of the India's largest conglomerates. Here's some information about Reliance Power. Reliance Power is involved in generation of power, construction, engineering and development of power projects, and it was incorporated in 1995 and its headquarters is in Mumbai, India. So after I have researched about the Reliance Power company, I found that it has till date it has not released any FPO, or I can say that further they have not raised any funds for their companies. Only they have released their IPO, and the current scenario is that they are in a profit. The overall company is in a good position in the market, and I don't think that they are going to release FPO for now. So as the Reliance Power has not shared any FPO, so I will be telling you a little bit about the IPO. So IPO is basically when the company is first time listed in the Stock Exchange. So they share the IPO, and Reliance Power, when Reliance Power IPO is a book built issue. The IPO, the size of the IPO when it was released was 11,563.20 crores. The Reliance Power IPO price is between 405 to 450 rupees per share, and it was listed to BSE and NSE, which is Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange, and the release date was somewhere around January 15, and the closing date of the IPO was January 18, 2008, and the face value was 10 rupees per share. Price was, as I've told you, 405 to 450 per share, and the lot size was 15 shares, and that's it. So that was from my side. Thank you.
So my topic is dividend payment of Reliance Power Company. The dividend payment is the payment which is paid by company when it is giving some profits. It is divided by the board of directors of the company. Different types of dividends are cash dividend, stock dividend, property dividend, scrip dividend, and the last is liquidating dividend. The company's shareholder is responsible for the final dividend. So the first dividend is cash dividend. A cash dividend is the distribution of funds or money to shareholders from current earnings. Second is stock dividend. A stock dividend is the distribution of extra shares or profits rather than the current earning of the company along with the shareholders. Third dividend is property dividend. A property dividend is the distribution of products or assets among the investors as a dividend. The fourth dividend is scrip dividend. It means when company decided to share the additional shares instead of cash dividend among investors is known as the scrip dividend, in which scrip is issued among the investors. Last dividend is liquidating dividend, a type of payment that a corporation makes to its shareholders during partial or full liquidation of money in company. The dividend payment in the initial years, mainly in 2001 to 2003, the percentage of the dividend is 42.5% to 50% respectively. After 5 years, the percentage of the dividend payment becomes double, which is 100% in 2006. In the middle year, from 2008 to 2009, in the Reliance company is paying highest dividend, which is 130% among shareholders. After 2008, the percentage of the dividend is decreased. Now in the current year 2023, the company is paying its dividend. It's about 90% among investors approximately. Last 5 years dividend percentages are: in 2019 there is 65% of dividend, 2022 it's 65% same, in 2021 it's 70%, in 2022 it's 80%, and the 2023 is 90% of the dividend percentage. Thank you.
Hello, this is Likinveer of roll number 3. Okay, today I'm going to explain about the right issues. When a company needs money for expansion or acquiring assets or want to repay the debt of the company, they have different options. In this I'm going to explain about the right issues. So while in the case of a right issue, a company may out with a fresh batch of shares but exclusively for the existing shareholders only. Simply it means that only shareholders on a given date known as record date will have the right to buy these shares. Record date means the date at which an investor of the company should own shares of the company to be eligible to participate in the rights issue. The record date helps the issuer of the right issue to determine the number of shareholders eligible to apply for the specified securities in the proposed right issues. So, in this case, Reliance has made in the past 5 years on 2020, Reliance had made a right issue of 42.26 crores equity shares at 1200 rupees each share. Or all shareholders are not eligible to apply for the issue. Reliance Industries have made a fixed shares for the fixed shareholders on May 14, 2020, as per the record date for the determining shareholders' eligibility to apply for the issue. So, in according to this, now these shares are pre-decided in the proportion which is of 1 is to 15 in this case. In simple terms, suppose you have 15 shares of RIL, then you can bid for 1 share in the rights issue. Similarly, if you have 90 shares in the RIL already, you can bid for 6 shares and so on. Each share you bid for is available to you at the discounted rate of 1257 rupees. However, it is not necessary for shareholders to exercise their rights and buy additional shares. So, according to this case, issue opening date is on May 20, 2020, and issue closing date is closed at June 3rd of 2020. Date of allotment is on June 10, 2020, and date of credit is on June 11, 2020, and date of listing has happened on June 12th, 2020. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So first of all, we have to discuss about the Reliance Power Limited, about its share value, and what about the history about stock split in Reliance Power. Currently, its share value is at 20.90, and we have to talking about the stock split in Reliance Power. First of all, we have to discuss about what is stock split. Basically, we know that when a company divides and increases the number of shares available to buy and sell on an exchange, so a stock split lowers its stock's price. First of all, we have discussed that we know that when a company stock splits, then its share value decreases, and current whichever the current shareholders and the people who buy the stocks that at that time, and the value of stock prices will decreases now, so it increases the number of shares, and might entires would be biased to make a purchase. So if we are talking about the Reliance Power history, when the stock split happened, so we know that in Reliance Power, 3 times stock split would happen. So on we can say that Reliance Power stock underwent a total of 1 stock split. That is a major one, and it's occurred in 30th May 2008. So we can say if Reliance Power Limited has not displayed the face value, if we saw in history, then Reliance Power has no face value of the share in January 1, 2000, and in Reliance Power Limited. And if we are talking about the bonus share which is available in Reliance Power Limited, then thus we can see the last bonus. So we can discuss about the last bonus of the Reliance Industries had announced in 2017, and the ratio value is 1:1, and the share has a quoting X bonus from September 7, 2017, I think. And the price trend analysis, if we said about the price trend analysis, indicates is a semi strong, which suggests the price of Reliance Power Limited. Even we can say that it's likely rise somewhat, or decreases or less value. And please check the rating quality, and whatever the products are available for the same. And if we say about the Reliance Power Limited stock split, it might happen. It happened, so people can buy their stocks at that time. The value of stocks decreases, and number of shares at that time will increases. So we can say that if stock split happened, and we can say in and the if we are talking about the IPO of Reliance Power, in we can see in 2018 around January, and the stock price and in IPO is whether listed is about 450 to 480 approx. The value will suffer from the 450 to 480, and so we can say if we are talking about the Reliance or stock split history, and we can say in January 1 2000 there will be a stock split happen too. Thank you.